Definitely.
Section of the book is discipline problems, and although I didn't really anticipate anybody suggesting they had a lot of discipline problems in their class, I figured that was a lot more due to lower age groups rather than adults. Although, to be perfectly honest, I did have a student from Turkey a long time ago that caused me a lot of strife. He's very famous in my old school.
I think we've all had a couple of those experiences of, you know,
challenging students.
Yes, frustrating leaders.
So I'm not going to show anything from that section of the book anyway. Next section of the book is mixed level classes, and I think this is probably the most common problem that I hear, or the most challenging problem that I hear from teachers talking to me. And I'm going to do one activity from that. But out of the other subsections there, are there any problems understanding what that might mean? If there are, just tell me in your question box. No, everybody seems quite clear. Oh, 3.5. Catering to, one class, not several. I think the idea here is that you don't have to make lessons that are, intended as though you were teaching 3 classes. Instead, you are teaching one class, and although the students may be mixed level, you do activities that can be used with all of those students, so that you don't have to waste your time.
Right. So you're still creating one lesson plan, not 3.
Right, exactly. And then one teacher, one class, again, is sort of the same idea that you are only one person, right? So you can't do everything, right? You can't spend your time making tons and tons of lesson plans. So I am going to do one about how to modify an activity so that it is purposeful for different levels. The next section of the book is about homework, and I did anticipate that some people were having trouble with homework, particularly either getting your students to do the homework or knowing how to use your homework in the next lesson, how to follow up on that homework. So I'm going to show an activity from there. And finally, the last real section of activities is about teaching exam classes. And I think generally speaking, the people that are attending our webinars aren't really in that context. But if they are, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do anything from that part either.
It's just another reason to get the book.
Yeah, lots of stuff in there. And of course, there is a little bit, a page on professional development, which is sort of just a resource for you. It doesn't really give any activities, so I'm not going to do anything from that section of the book either. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to show you these activities in the different sections, and then after we've done the activities, I'm going to give you a chance to ask any questions or tell us your situation that you're having, some problem that you're having in your class regarding large classes or mixed level classes, and I will be able to unmute you, or you can type your questions in the box, and we'll talk about it. Having said that, let's move on. Another activity from this book, from the section about engaging students with material, which is from section 1, which is the same section that the original activity came from, which can be used to get the lesson started before everyone has arrived, is called a word race. And what you need to do first is take the topic that you're teaching and write out the first 10 words that come to your mind when you think of it. Tanya, Nicole, and I.
I'm listening.
We're going to do this right now. We're going to think of the words that come to mind with this topic, which is music.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I want you to write
down. Do I
down.
have to write them down or shout them out?
No, just write them down.
Write them down. Okay.
Write down a few words that come to mind with regards to music. And for everyone else, what I would like you to do is I want you to type the first word that comes into your mind regarding this topic. Okay, so something that's relevant to music, not the word music itself, of course, but the first word that comes to your mind, and put that in the question box. And if your answer matches one of ours, then you get a point. Tanya, Nicole, have you finished making your words?
How many am I supposed to have?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I got 6 words.
Okay, that's good. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the ones in the question box. So we have jazz. Anybody?
No.
Relaxation.
No.
Symphony.
No.
No.
Melody.
No.
No.
Think simpler, folks.
Much better words than what I've got.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing.
Mine are going to make me sound like I'm
A
developmentally delayed.
I was thinking the same. It's like, what kind of highbrow people have you got in this webinar?
It's like, take it down a notch, people. Come on, meet us halfway at least.
Okay, let's see if these next ones will be helpful. Download. Ding! That was one of my words, actually.
Of course it was.
So, Leo, you get 1 point.
Oh, of course it was
Oh,
Leo.
Leo.
Master of the download.
Culture.
No.
No.
Brittany.
I was kind of thinking that, but I stopped myself from writing it.
Oh, really?
To me, she is, well, I don't know what the person who wrote it was thinking, but to me she's, you know, a sign of all that's wrong with the music industry. Anyways.
Okay, passion.
No.
Concerts.
Oh, that's closer to what I've got.
Okay, so just tell us, Tanya, what's one of your words there that's close?
Musician?
Musician? Oh, okay, well, yeah.
Musician. That's still better than mine.
Concerts.
Uh-huh.
Michael Jackson? No. Reggae?
Timely? No.
No. MP3 player?
Okay, mine are obviously incredibly simple.
Notes? Song?
Oh, see, that's song!
Oh, song! Ding, ding!
Ding!
Momo. Momoye? Momoye?
Momo? No.
I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry.
Isn't that a kind of dress?
But you get a point.
Yep.
Oh, Leo put download again.
Like he just
He's
makes us
just trying to get 2
more.
points.
Okay, well anyway, this gets the students thinking about the topic and predicting vocabulary that'll be used in the lesson. So, Nicole, what words did you put, just out of curiosity?
I don't want to say it.
Come on.
I've got headset, CD.
I got CD. I had
It's called
CD.
Write What You See. It's like I was looking at and I managed to stretch myself by also writing down stereo and fabricated.
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 Hmm.
That was kind
Fabricated.
of, I took Britney Spears and I wrote fabricated instead. So.
If we get a student who says
There's
that
something
one
there.
to get a point, that they deserve that
Well,
point.
mine are pretty.
Mm.
Mine are pretty simple
Okay.
too. I'm afraid. I've got radio,
Okay.
song,
Mm.
singer,
Mm.
musician, CD, instruments.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Good.
kept to the pretty
How about
common
Yeah.
names.
Yeah. I had song, download, CD, Madonna. Close to Britney. Good try. Anyway, if done in pairs or groups, peers can help each other understand vocabulary they don't know. With the points, those with the lowest points, or maybe highest points, depending on how you want to do it, can be asked to come to the board and write the words so that they can be seen throughout the whole class and throughout the whole lesson. So it brings in the students' involvement, it gets them engaged in the topic right away, and it produces some vocabulary for you to use. Okay.
I think it's also interesting because it can really reinforce kind of connections between vocabulary, because I think the more personalized connections people make between words, it can be very, very memorable for them. So even though everybody else might think it's kind of a funny or a strange connection, like, what was yours, fabricated? Yeah, it's kind of an odd connection, but it means something to you. So it could make that even more memorable to the other students or even yourself in the class.
Yeah. Good.
Sorry.
Good.
Yes. Thank you for that bicentennial moment.
He didn't want you to speak right then.
No, he didn't. I'm sorry, Tyson.
Hey, don't put words in my mouth. Okay, so that's another activity to get the students engaged at the beginning, and it is something that could be done while you're waiting for the other people to arrive, right?
Yeah,
so that they don't miss the main lesson. Now, another problem I faced in my class is having odd number of people, right?
What about
Not
odd
just
people?
odd people.
Well, that
Oh, snap.
too. I mean, how many of us have had a class of 11?